Be honest. How many times have you told yourself, next week I'll start? Or tomorrow I'll change? But then nothing happens. You wake up feeling stuck. Another day goes by and life looks exactly the same. The same habits, the same routine, the same feeling that something is missing. But here is the thing. Here is the truth that I wanted to hear out and dwell on. Everything can change in 1 week or in 1 day, literally in just 1 day, if you take the time to plant the seeds of the life you want today. And I know that you might be thinking, that sounds too simple, too good to be truth, right? Well, I have a saying that I remind myself of pretty often, especially when I catch myself overthinking or making things more complicated than they need to be. And it goes like this. Life is actually simple. It's our thoughts that make it look complicated. So yes, it's really that simple. Your future is shaped by what you do right now. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. It really goes back to the quote Machona Diliueyo said, that the seeds you plant today determine the harvest you reap tomorrow. And I really love this perspective. And here is why. First, it's simple. Just plant the seed. Second, it's empowering. You get to decide what to plant. And third, it offers endless possibilities. You can plant anything you want. Let's say you want more love in your life, or maybe more peace, or confidence, maybe success, happiness, health, money, or purpose in life. Whatever it is, think of it like a seed that you need to plant and grow. Again, nothing complicated. But here is where most people get stuck, including myself sometimes. They don't plant anything at all. And that's not because they don't want to, but because they feel stuck at the starting line. They wait, they hesitate, they overthink. They can't decide which seeds to plant, or if it's the right time, the best conditions. And while they wait for the perfect moment, time moves on without them. Weeks turn into months, months into years, and before they know it, they are standing in the same place, watching others grow and wondering why nothing has changed for them. But here is what I want you to remember. There is no perfect seed, no perfect time, no guaranteed outcome. The only mistake is not planting anything at all. Because every moment you spend waiting is a moment that could have been spent growing. So if you feel stuck, if you don't know where to start, just start somewhere. Pick one thing, one habit, one action, even if you're unsure it's the right one. Just plant it and see where it leads. Here is how I usually do it. If I zoom out and look at my life like a map, two things stand out. the two main goals that define the journey ahead. First, to become the parent my kids need. And second, to close the gap between who I am now and who I'm meant to be. So everything I do, every choice I make, every habit I build comes back to these two things. They are the compass, the North Star, the vision pulling me forward. But here is what I've learned about big visions. They mean nothing without action. A compass can point you in the right direction, but you still have to take the steps. A North Star can guide you, but you still have to move towards it. And that's where planting seeds comes in. Because growth doesn't happen just because you want it to. It happens through the small intentional actions day after day. So take my first goal, becoming the parent my kids need. That doesn't happen by accident. I don't wake up one day and suddenly have all the answers. No. Every day I plant the seeds that will help me become that parent. For example, I surround myself with like-minded people, parents who are also learning and growing. I join workshops that push me to think deeper, to understand my kids even more, to show up for them better. I read books. I practice being present, even in the smallest moments, because I know that presence is the foundation of connection. A 5-minute conversation to understand, to fully be there, a moment of patience, or a decision to listen instead of react. All these small actions are the seeds that I keep planting every single day, knowing that each one of them, no matter how small, is shaping the parent I'm becoming. And then there is my second goal, becoming the person I'm meant to be. I know that that version of me isn't built in one day, but it's built in the tiny choices I make each day that no one sees. For example, I follow people who challenge me to grow, who offer me new perspectives and guide me forward. I invest in myself. When I see a course that can unlock something inside of me, I take it. I listen to podcasts that fill my mind, that remind me to keep going, to keep showing up. I try to stay consistent and disciplined, which for me is the water, the thing that keeps the seeds alive when motivation fades. So, as you can see, I plant a lot of seeds because I don't know which one will make the biggest difference. None of us do. But what I do know is that it's always better to plant it. Maybe that book won't change your life, but it might give you the one idea that shifts everything. Maybe that workshop won't be the answer to all your struggles, but it might introduce you to someone who can change your path. Maybe that course won't be the breakthrough you expected, but it might plant a thought that years from now transforms into something bigger. So the point is that you never know what will grow. But if you never plant the seed, one thing is certain: nothing will. So start planting something, and start now.